Are you ready to see the BRICS Bank as a major counterforce to the United States' long-term dominance in the global financial system? The BRICS Bank, which is officially called the New Development Bank, is a joint effort by Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Its goal is to change the way the financial world works by offering an alternative way to fund development. The area of increased independence, where nations take charge of their own lives and break free from outside influence. It is a trip of independence, strength, and the search for a better future. Assume a world where each country decides its own economic, political, and social paths based on its own values and goals. Better autonomy opens the door to a new era and gives countries the power to make decisions that really reflect what they want. One exciting thing about having more freedom is not having to depend on outside organizations. Diversification is a daring dance where countries look for other ways to get money and make strategic relationships to protect their own interests. Nations stand tall with their newfound freedom and flexibility. They are no longer tied down by the rules of a single organization or the whims of a few powerful people. But it's not just about being independent, it's also about being part of a group. Increased autonomy promotes fair structures of government, making sure that decision-making processes take into account different points of view and give every stakeholder a say. Citizens take an active role in shaping the future of their country, and openness becomes the foundation of responsible leadership. Faced with shocks and pressures from around the world, increased liberty acts as a shield of resilience. Nations make their own routes, diversifying their economic relationships to protect themselves from trade restrictions or sanctions. With a stronger ability to deal with problems, they rise above them, staying strong and determined to reach their goals for growth. Better autonomy opens the door to regional and global impact beyond borders. Nations become changemakers when they set regional goals, take part in multilateral forums, and change the global story. They are no longer just bystanders. Instead, they are important players on the world stage who look out for their own interests and make partnerships on an equal level. In the quest for more independence, cultural protection is the most important thing. Nations value their cultural heritage, language, and customs, which are part of what makes them unique. With the freedom to protect and promote their cultural riches, they foster a feeling of pride and unity in their societies, adding to the rich tapestry of our global community. As people try to get more freedom, a world with many different centers of power starts to form. The balance of power changes, bringing in a new age of fairness and variety. The international system is no longer controlled by a single force. Instead, it is based on a dynamic interplay of ideas and interests, where teamwork and cooperation are the main goals. In this exciting journey towards more independence, countries reclaim their power and shape their own futures. It's a sign of the strength of the human soul, a challenge to the way things are, and proof that the world is better when every country stands tall. It's a journey of economic cooperation, political peace, and a tapestry of cultures that are all linked together. Imagine a place where there are no walls, where markets thrive, and where people and ideas can move around easily. Regional integration tells a powerful story of growth, strength, and a shared sense of self. Let's look at the fascinating details of this trip that changes people. Regional integration is, at its heart, a story about how economies work together. It's about tearing down walls, making it easier for people to trade, and making a strong economic place. Think about busy markets, smooth trade flows, and a symphony of business. Regional integration helps countries reach their full economic potential by making rules consistent, making it easier to spend, and promoting the free flow of goods, services, capital, and labor. It's like a tapestry of markets that are all linked to each other. When people work together, they all do better. But regional integration isn't just about money. It's also about making sure that the government system is stable and united. It's about building trust, making connections, and making people feel like they have a shared future. Member states talk to each other, find common ground, and work together to find answers through regional organizations and cooperative frameworks. They believe in the power of unity, which makes it easier for people to live together peacefully, solve problems, and keep the peace and stability of the area. As regional integration moves forward, it also reveals big infrastructure projects that change the way people link. Think about roads that connect countries, energy lines that power businesses, and digital networks that connect people who live in different places. These transformational infrastructure projects not only improve trade and connections, but also make it easier for people and ideas to move around. They lay the groundwork for an area linked by bridges, roads, and high-speed data highways, which will help the economy grow and people get better off. When it comes to regional unity, the story is about more than just money and politics. It's a story about sharing resources and working together to protect the environment. Countries work together to protect the planet and support sustainable growth. By sharing their knowledge, experience, and best practices, member states work together to solve environmental problems, manage shared resources, and make sure that future generations will have a sustainable future. This interesting story is built around cultural trade and social integration. Imagine a celebration of regional identity where people from many different cultures, languages, and customs come together. Member states promote mutual understanding, appreciation, and social cohesion by putting people in touch with each other, exchanging educational ideas, and working together on artistic projects. It's a rich tapestry of different countries where diversity thrives, which helps keep peace and unity in the area. Regional unity also gives countries a single voice on the world stage. Together, they stand tall, increase their power, and fight for what they both want. As a group, they can make better trade deals, deal with global problems, and shape the way things go in the world. With more power to negotiate as a group, they become change agents and leave their mark on the world stage. Regional integration is not just about politics and business, though. It is also a process of building skills and sharing information. To solve shared development problems, member states work together, pool their resources, and share their knowledge. They put money into human capital, encourage innovation, and build systems that can stand up to problems. It's a story of growth, empowerment, and constant learning, in which countries work together to reach their full potential. But hold on tight, because what's coming will grab your attention and make you want more. Prepare to see the innovative strategies, surprising alliances, and bold moves that have put the BRICS Bank at the top of the world's financial scene. Consistency and dependability are at the heart of trust and credibility. They are the foundations on which strong relationships are built. Imagine a world where governments always did what they said they would do, kept their promises, and stuck to their word. This kind of unwavering honesty creates a deep sense of trust, which makes it easy for people to work together and help each other. Transparency and honest dialogue are also important parts of building trust. Imagine a world where countries talk to each other honestly and clearly about information, policies, and choices. This level of openness not only builds trust, but also makes it easier for people to understand each other and work together. Doubts and fears fade away and are replaced by trust. The way a country keeps its promises is a strong sign that it can be trusted. When governments stick to international agreements, protect human rights, and follow the law, they show that they can be trusted and earn the trust and respect of the rest of the world. This strong dedication to taking care of their responsibilities gives them a good name and makes them reliable partners on the international stage. In a world where there are often fights and differences, it is very important to be able to solve problems and bring people together. Imagine countries actively working towards peaceful dialogue, looking for common ground, and coming up with answers that are good for everyone. By showing that they want to solve problems and promote peace, governments build trust and show that they can be relied on as peacemakers and problem solvers. Through alliances and partnerships, trust and trustworthiness are strengthened even more. Imagine a group of countries that work together, combining their skills and resources to solve problems around the world. By working together on projects, countries show that they care about the same goals. They also build trust and confidence by working together. Another important part of building trust is economic dependability. Think about countries that have stable economies, good financial laws, and fair ways of doing business. In this area, governments work to build trust by making conditions that are good for trade, investment, and economic growth. By showing how stable and reliable their economies are, countries become valued economic partners, which builds trust and leads to productive partnerships. Trust and credibility grow outside of official diplomacy through cultural exchanges and interactions between people. Imagine if people from different countries worked together on cultural diplomacy, training programs, and projects to promote mutual understanding. These small-scale efforts help people understand each other, bridge gaps, and build trust at the human level. In the end, this strengthens the bonds between countries. Sticking to international rules and promises makes a country more trustworthy. Imagine countries that respect human rights, fight for freedom, and actively take part in global efforts like sustainable development and reducing the effects of climate change. By sticking to shared values and responsibilities without wavering, countries earn the trust and respect of their peers and strengthen their authority on the world stage. Stay with us for more videos like this one.